Have you ever imagined directing your own cinematic AI film without touching complex editing software? Today, I'm going to show you how I create a fully cinematic AI video using Higgsfield Cinema Studio 2.0, one of the most powerful AI filmmaking tools available right now. Higgsfield is built for creators who want more than just random AI clips. It's designed for real AI filmmaking, where you can control scenes, guide characters, and shape the cinematic style of your video with precision. Emotional atmosphere and detailed camera movement inside Cinema Studio 2.0. I can generate high-quality AI shots, but what's powerful is that I'm not limited to just one clip. I can create multiple scenes and maintain consistency across them. Next, I set up the visual style. Genre presets help define the cinematic tone, whether it's thriller, fantasy, or realistic drama. This saves a lot of time because I don't have to manually tweak every visual parameter. Now let's talk about character control. One of the biggest upgrades in cinema, Studio 2.0, is the ability to cast characters and guide their performance across multiple scenes. That means I'm not just generating random people, I'm directing them. I can control how they move, how the camera follows them, and how the environment reacts. This is where AI clips become AI filmmaking. Another powerful feature is scene navigation in a 3D-like environment. Instead of thinking in flat frame, I can move through the scene and guide the camera dynamically. This gives the final result a much more professional, cinematic look. Now I'll generate my first shot as the AI processes the scene. Notice how the lighting, depth, and atmosphere are automatically balanced. The cinematic quality feels intentional, not accidental. Once the first shot is done, I continue building the next scene. Because everything is inside the same workflow, maintaining visual consistency becomes much easier compared to using separate AI tools. Speed ramping is another feature I really like. It gives me precise timing control, which is extremely important for dramatic storytelling. Small timing adjustments can completely change the emotional impact of a scene. At this point, I have several AI-generated shots. Now I review them and adjust if needed. If I want stronger emotion, I refine the prompt. If I want a different camera feel, I tweak the direction. The key here is iteration. Cinema Studio 2.0 makes iteration fast and intuitive. What I love most about Higgsfield is that it closes the gap between AI clips and real AI filmmaking. Instead of just generating visuals, I'm actually directing a cinematic experience. For creators, this is a big deal. Whether you're making short films, trailers, cinematic YouTube content, or experimental AI art, having structured workflow tools makes your production feel intentional and professional. Now that my scenes are ready, I export the final clips and assemble them into the final sequence. And the result? A cinematic AI video that feels cohesive, dramatic, and professionally directed, all powered by Higgsfield Cinema Studio 2.0. If you're serious about AI video creation and want to move beyond basic text-to-video tools, I highly recommend trying Higgsfield. Check the links in the description to explore Cinema Studio 2.0 and start building your own cinematic AI projects. This is where AI filmmaking truly begins. But here's something important that many creators overlook when working with AI video tools. AI is powerful, but without structure, direction, and storytelling, it's just visuals. What makes Higgsfield Cinema Studio 2.0 different is that it encourages you to think like a director. You're not just typing prompts, you're building scenes with intention. For example, instead of saying generate a cinematic scene, I define the mood, the emotional tone, the camera behavior, and the pacing. I think about how scene 1 connects to scene 2. I think about character continuity. I think about visual rhythm. And because Cinema Studio 2.0 allows multi-scene control, I can actually execute that vision. Another major advantage is efficiency. Traditional filmmaking requires cameras, actors, lighting setups, location permits, and post-production teams. With AI filmmaking inside Higgsfield, a single creator can experiment with high-end cinematic ideas in minutes. This doesn't replace creativity, it amplifies it. If you're a storyteller, this platform gives you freedom. If you're a YouTuber, this gives you production value. If you're an experimental creator, this gives you a playground. And what's exciting is how fast iteration becomes. If something doesn't feel right, I don't need to reshoot an entire production. I refine the direction, adjust the cinematic preset, regenerate, and instantly test a new creative possibility. That speed of experimentation is where innovation happens. Cinema Studio 2.0 feels less like a generator and more like a creative studio. And that's why I believe tools like Higgsfield represent the next stage of AI filmmaking, where creators move from generating clips to directing cinematic stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Creative Workflow Breakdown.